Hi, friends. I don't see us yet.
There we are.
There we are. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Paws and Claws, the Lost Tales of Pugmire. I'm Jess, and I will be your guide for this evening. We are short a bagel and a Grimly, but instead we have a wonderful guest star played by Honey and Dice. And I would like to start out with you introducing yourself. Tell us your name and about the creature you are playing.
Hello, everybody. I am Honey, or Honey and Dice, and today I will be playing Eartha Kitty, a Siberian minister.
Welcome, welcome. And though your brother is not here, you are still with us. Lynn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lynn. Yes, my twin is not here, and for that, I am sad, but I will be playing Aget, our lovely Corgi Shepherd.
And we have one of our Allens. So say hello.
Hi, I'm Alan Engelson, and I am playing Snowball.
Our Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley May, and I'm going to be playing our artisan Priscilla Plot.
And Cat who plays a dog.
Hi, I'm Cat who plays the dog. The dog in question is Lilia Cavalier, who is your small, feisty little lapdog ratter.
And previously on Paws and Claws, who wants to give us a recap of what happened?
Bad stuff.
We poked a slime, and the slime poked back.
You also killed 2 demons and friends.
And some other people.
And some people who really didn't probably deserve it.
And I rolled great, not like 5 ones.
Yep, definitely remember that. That was a key part.
We also have a tasty mini slime in a jar now that's totally going to get eaten at some point within the next couple of sessions.
For
By
sure.
whom?
There's the question.
So we killed some bandits, some of whom were demons, and then we invaded their former home, which a bunch of nobles have already invaded, and it turns out it's full of scary shape-shifting slimes.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I'd say when Snowball got caught in the shape-shifting slime, y'all caused such a ruckus getting him out that it scared Grimly away, and Bagel ran after him to get him. And that's why they are Sirs not appearing in this episode. And you had just opened a door as you were hearing a lot of skittering, when behind you, you are approached by a strange feline.
I turn, dagger drawn. Who are you?
What you see is a very well-groomed Siberian cat. Everything, accessories and everything seems strategically placed. But she's got an adventuring garb, and she holds up her hands. Well, I'm Eartha. What are you doing here?
We should have asked that first.
Priscilla's just kind of holding her staff, kind of bristling a little bit, kind of little tiny low growl.
Well, aren't you just adorable? Are you here for anything in particular? I was walking and I heard a ruckus, and you left quite a trail of fun little things to follow.
We did.
See our greyhound.
Do I have your greyhound?
Did you see him?
I saw something run past.
That was him.
Screaming.
Yeah. Bagel will find him. It'll be fine.
Snowball, how do you feel about another cat?
I don't trust her immediately.
Okay.
I'm very suspicious.
For once we agree on something.
the interesting thing about walking without a destination in mind is that a destination always finds you. And now I found you, an adorable party of, I don't want to say murderous-looking creatures, but it definitely looks like you've had quite the adventure. Would you like to tell me about it?
I slowly put the battle axe behind my back.
Baguette is not entirely sure about this cat and her motives.
That's fair.
Not that we've run into some suspicious creatures or anything, so far, but would kind of like to get a better feel for who this cat is. Is there anything I can roll to get a better vibe?
Yeah, like an intuition check or like sense motive kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe a sense motive. Yeah.
That sounds good.
While we're at it, has it been more than 10 minutes since my smell magic was cast at the start of right before we
It was right before you walked in the cave, right?
No, it was right before we decided to poke the slime.
Oh yeah. I would say you fought a slime, collected a slime, grimly ran away. It's probably been about 10 minutes.
Right. Sense motive is 17. Sorry, forgot my modifier. 17.
And what were you trying to determine?
First of all, intentions. Like, is this someone who poses us any trouble? Because we did just have the encounter with the bandits, after all. So, like, do we have to be on guard around this person?
So I think you get the idea, and Eartha, tell me if this is incorrect, that you are wandering and looking for things that are interesting.
Sounds about it.
Okay. All right.
She could be trouble, but she's not right now.
She's certainly no more or less trouble than my traveling companions, so.
That's true.
Well, since you're so interested and apparently think this is so adorable, we're in here looking for unseen.
Why would you purposely look for unseen?
That's unfortunate.
They need to be gotten rid of.
They're infesting people.
Oh yes, that's why it's perfectly wise to avoid them.
But they're infesting people.
Oh, you're one of those adventuring parties, the ones that, go out and help people and so on.
That's us.
Sure.
Well, I am definitely impressed that you're such a diverse mix. And she kind of looks over at Snowball. Well, hello there.
Hello.
Glad to see such incentive from one of my own kind to willingly join such an interesting group of people.
Well, I'm following. For now.
Well, often when you follow, you're led towards the thing you don't know you should be looking for. Am I holding you up from anything?
Just a squeaky door.
No, Eartha, are either of you wearing anything that represents your house colors? That you would know?
She is, definitely.
Okay.
I'm wearing my dark black common clothes.
So yeah, you're both pretty much repping House Siberian and the Shadow Block right now. Okay.
Yep.
Just wanted to put that vibe out there.
Look, we really aren't enjoying this. And we have a door we need to get through. So if you still think this is adorable and you want to follow us, you're welcome. But if you break anything, I will tree you both.
I'm going to assume that's a bad thing based on how that was said, a little bit threatening. But go ahead. I really want to see this.
And she rumbles and turns back to the door.
So you had already opened the door by this point,
Oh, yeah.
and you hadn't seen what was on the inside, but you had unlocked it, but not opened it.
Hmm.
And while you stopped to have this conversation, you've heard that same skittering that you've been hearing. And it's accompanied by the clanging that Bagel heard the other night.
Ears perk up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean around the door and just quietly peek inside. See what I can see.
All right. That's fun. So sorry. For those watching, I am on vacation and I don't have my books in front of me, so I'm using PDF. So I apologize if I'm a little bit slow on the uptake tonight. So you peek through the door, and it's a little bit dark. Do you have a torch with you, Lilia?
I
Oh,
did
yeah,
at one
we-
point. I probably put it out while fighting the slime thing.
Okay.
But Baguette has one, so she will join and help take a look.
Okay. As you peek through the door, you see 2 suits of armor walking around the room, marching back and forth.
Can we
Seems
clearly
tense.
discern whether or not there is anything in these suits of armor or if they're just suits of armor?
I would say give me a notice check.
Okay.
Let's
What
see
we
how
can
much
do.
you notice.
And I have advantage on that because of my trick. Oh, I'm so glad I have advantage on that.
I'm glad somebody does because I have a 5.
Oh, I have an 11.
Well,
Ooh.
one of those would have been a 1, but I have advantage. So instead, it's a 19.
Hey. Is anybody else noticing anything?
Nope, I'm watching her though.
Okay. So the cats are just kind of doing like a wow, staring each other down while the pups all look through the door, imagining like Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, and they all pop their heads around. So you see that looking through the visor of the mask, there appears to be nothing there. And you see where the joints are connected, they appear to be, there's nothing inside.
That they look empty. Everybody? I don't see anything in there.
Smell magic.
Yeah.
Would you say if you can't see anything in there, then technically it's something unseen?
I sure would.
Well, it doesn't. Okay, it could be unseen with like a lowercase u, or it could be unseen with a capital U. So, I mean, it could be magic or it could be a demon. Those very different things that could be causing that.
It's an unseen pile of
It's
magic.
totally
and a suit of
a
armor.
capital U.
So,
Are y'all being quiet at this point at all?
I assume we're whispering.
yeah,
Okay.
I would hope so.
whispering.
Kind of stage whispering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. So they just appear to be walking back and forth, sort of guarding the room. And that's the clanking you heard. You still hear the skittering, but it's not coming from that room necessarily. It appears to be kind of all around you in the walls.
what other features does the room have? Other doors, other hallways?
It's a very large room. And it's still pretty dark in there. You might have to like really go into it to take a better look. But I'll say, with Baguette's excellent noticing skills, you saw there were some bedrolls in there and some chests and what looks like a chalk outline on the ground of some sort. As well as some books and candles.
Okay.
That's apparently what you do. I can't wait to see adventurers in action.
What kind of
Gonna be great.
weaponry are they wielding, if any, or is it just suits of armor?
They are just suits of armor. They're very fancy,
Okay.
but they don't appear to have any weapons other than they're wearing like gauntlets, but they're not holding any weaponry.
All right.
So are we attacking them or not?
Well, if we want to move on, we'll have to do something. And if we are intent on doing something about the unseen, I'd say we need to, preferably before they see us.
Especially
Agreed.
if you want to read
Pulls
what's
up
written
her
on the floor.
focus, and if nobody stops her, she's about to cast right from the doorway.
And I think Baguette will join Priscilla in doing something against these horrible, horrible, freakish things. So,
Alright. Well, she's opening with an elemental ray.
Oh, sweet. Let's do it.
Okay. Range
And-
spell attack.
let's see. Being what they are would, rather than bane them, I think Baguette will bless her party.
Okay.
14.
14, yeah, you hit.
Woohoo! All right. She's going in with heat on that and does 3 points of damage.
Sweet. Okay.
Eartha sees her just kind of hold up this like twisted, like gnarled piece of metal that's off hanging from a cord off of her belt, and she just kind of holds it up and it glows, and a little ray of heat goes out and shoots out of it.
What a delightful display.
She immediately stuffs it back down in her robes.
You now have their attention, and they are charging towards the door. So let's have some initiative, team.
Yay!
I remembered to do it this time.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Give me just a sec to get everybody down.
6.
So that was the get was a 15. I heard a 6. Who was that?
Me.
Okay. Snowball.
7.
7. Lilia.
18.
Nice. And Eartha, are you joining in the fight or watching?
I got a 7,
All right.
so I can watch.
This might take us a while.
Serving the option to fight.
All right. Lilia, you are first up.
Heck yeah. Okay, I have my dagger in my hand. I want to kind of slide in around the side of this armor, slash it the knee joint, which has nothing in it, but whatever, man, whatever. And then scoot off into the shadows and hide, which is my precise attack. Yeah, that's a 1.
Okay.
Don't watch Eartha.
So you ran in with your dagger, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you ping off of it, and it like shakes so violently to ping back that you drop your dagger.
Oh dear.
I'm going to leave it there for now, and I'd like to continue with my scooting into the shadows part of the plan, if that's okay.
That's a good plan.
So I rolled a... Whoa! At least I can hide. A 16 on my stealth check, so...
Yeah.
Up to you what that beats or doesn't beat.
No, you are sneaky. You are hidden. These things
Good.
are not smart. They're just very buff. All right, Baguette, you are up.
Yes, I am blessing, since I can do up to 3, I'm going to be blessing Priscilla, Snowball, and Lilia
Okay.
on
Thank you.
whatever they want to do with their next, whatever they do.
Mhm.
Let's see what I give them. You get a +3 to whatever your next attack ability or saving throw you want to apply it to. You get a +3.
Awesome. Thank you.
So yes, I am blessing you 3. So, and I don't know if I can do anything else with the turn.
Yeah, if you want to move or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna like move probably well out of the doorway, certainly into a better vantage point for the next round of whatever happens, but I'm gonna move out of the doorway.
Okay. So and Lilia, you're in the room, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it is now their turn. Because one of them is going to move into the doorway. And who's standing in the doorway? Is that Priscilla?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to make an attack at you. And that is a 16 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit.
Okay. That is 6 bludgeoning damage.
I'm down.
You only have 6 points?
I only had 4 after the last fight.
Oh, yeah. Y'all did
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Hi, I'm the artisan that opens combat.
And the other one is going to look for Lilia. And he rolled a 15, so he finds you, but not in time to attack you.
I got a 16.
I'm going to say he is nearing you, but
Okay.
isn't attacking you. He's just kind of aware of where you are.
Good. I'll get him.
So it is now. It's either Kitty's turn.
I'd love to see how a fellow house does.
My dear, does it look like I've been in a fight in a day of my life? And she turns and goes, don't know why there's no thing inside the suit unseen armor. You all can beat a suit of armor. And it's going to give everyone a D4 to add to their rolls.
Amazing.
Invigoration.
That was amazing. I'm giving you a point of fortune, and since you're a kitty, you can keep it for yourself or throw it in the bowl.
Okay. Keep that just in case.
All right. Do you want to move?
Yes, take a step back. But she does take out a dagger and sort of use it to clean her claws as she watches.
Snowball, my dear, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take out the rapier and I'm going to try and stab it.
Okay.
I'm going to take a fortune.
Okay. Yep.
Much better. Much better. That is 14.
Yeah, you hit him.
All right. So that is D8. That is 8 damage.
What kind of damage?
That would be piercing.
So you go to stab and realize that it's not getting through. Pinging off.
I know they don't do much academic, training in your house, but that is metal.
My house, we work with what we have. And I try to go. Did the door swing open towards us or open into the room?
You pulled it open towards you.
All right. I'd like to just go around the door.
Okay.
If I can, pulling Priscilla with me.
Yeah, you do it.
All right.
And Priscilla, it is your turn.
Okay, so death saves in this are a Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Lovely. All right. And
Remember, you still have the bless that you can use.
You have like
I get to add that to this. Okay.
This
two of
it's a
them.
saving throw, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. This does count as a saving throw.
And that D4, I believe.
What does a nat 20 do?
You are back and you are healed, my dear.
Oh my gosh. Am I just at 1 hit point?
No, you got a nat 20. Roll a stamina die.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Back.
Thanks. 3. Is that plus my 1 for Constitution, or is it just straight 3?
Yeah, plus 1 for Constitution.
Sweet. Okay. Back where I was before that horrible turn of events.
Stay behind the kitty.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Lydia, it is your turn.
All right. I'm guessing I didn't really see that Snowball's stab did nothing. Because I'm kind of in the room and it's dark and he's kind of far away.
It's up to you. You might have heard it if Snowball was like, damn.
Oh, there's so many profanities Snowball would be saying.
I mean, with his luck to date, that just sounds like normal behavior. So I am going to back up a little way from the one who's nearly found me, draw my bow, and fire at it.
Okay.
That's better. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Not that it'll do anything. So, since I'm hidden on it, should I have had advantage on that?
Yeah.
Matters. Cool. In that case, I'll do my sneak attack damage too. Well, that would have done 5 points of damage.
But it is a bow, so it just pings off.
Cool. Part of that action is I get to hide again, so I'm going to swear quietly and scurry off to a different part of the room to hide.
But I am going to give you some fortune for the bowl because you did that knowing it wasn't going to work.
Thank you. That's a 16 to hide again.
Okay. And we are at Wicket.
Okay. I just saw these attempts at piercing do nothing. My little shepherd is not a fighter by nature, but she's gonna bless herself very quickly, and she's gonna wind up with her mace and try to attack one of these things. If she can do both of these things in one turn.
Do it.
Okay, so casting bless on myself, giving myself a +3 to the attack. Okay, because I am not a strong person. So that was a good roll. So let's see. So the attack is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. Since I actually have a negative strength modifier, I needed the,
Also, you have the D4 from Eartha.
All right, which I can apply that to the damage.
It's a D20 roll, right? Okay, so not the damage.
Not the damage, so just the damage. But we'll see what the damage is. So the damage is a 3.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's bludgeoning.
Perfect. Yeah, you hit him. This is the one in front, right?
Yeah.
And you start to see, like, he was hot before from what Priscilla did, but you see that sort of like lightning starts to spark at his joints.
Oh, did not see that coming.
And pieces of him start to kind of fall off. So now it is his turn.
Yike.
And that is a 17 to hit the doggy right in front of him again.
Oh yeah, that definitely. Absolutely, she's squishy.
And that would be 6 damage.
I'm still up. Not by much.
Okay, but you're there?
I'm still up.
Okay. And his buddy is looking for Lilia and walks into a wall
Come on,
and
big guy.
falls down. So, for those of you not in the room, you just hear a clang.
And then
And it is either Snowball or Earth's turn.
Now you see what they did there. You hit it with something that's not sharp, and it seems to do the damage.
I put the rapier away. I pull out the battle axe.
There we go. Now you're cooking with, fire.
I'm come around the corner, take a swing. Natural 20.
Yeah! Yes! The dice are your friend again.
At least that one.
For
I'm
now.
not switched to others.
So that is full damage.
That is full damage. That's D8 plus strength, is that?
Yeah.
That would be 11.
All right. So you see this thing just crumble into bits on the ground in front of you and start sparking and a pile on the floor.
Good job. See, when you pay attention, such amazing things can happen. Can I move over to where Baguette is?
You may.
This is not a spell, but she's going to try to administer some first aid with her heal skill. Don't know what role that would be.
Do you have first aid?
Huh?
Do you have first aid?
I have heal as a
Oh.
skill.
I think it's wisdom. You have that too, right, Baguette?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it wisdom?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's roll. Okay, that's a 15 plus 2. So 17. And she just kind of walks over to Rebecca. Oh, no, darling, where are you? Oh, come on, little loaf muffin. Let's see what we can do to get you all patched up for a minute. You're so brave and intelligent. Good job on seeing the blunt damage would work. And
Thank you.
just work. I don't know how much that will help, but that was a 16.
Yeah. So how much does she get back from us?
Make your big read stuff.
I should know this.
Yeah, I'm not sure with the regular heal check.
It's a skill. Okay.
Like Baguette's just
It's
grateful. Pardon?
Just helpful, you said.
No, Baguette's like stunned because she's not used to being on the receiving end. Like she's like so grateful. Like, thank you. That's so nice.
Oh.
You're so welcome, darling. I'll figure out how many hit points that is and go move.
Like you're healing me with kindness, and it's so nice.
Let's see, I will find it. Oops. There it is. Stabilize a dying companion or diagnose an illness. I think that's what it is. You can.
I wasn't quite dying, almost.
Yeah, you can stabilize somebody who's dying, but that's fine. I'll just say you can roll your stamina die and take half.
Okie dokie.
There you go. I can DM. I know how to play the game.
Okay, so I rolled a 6, so you let me get 3 back then?
Yep.
That sounds good.
And Priscilla, it is your turn.
So Priscilla jumps back up and kind of looks around like, what happened? And looks toward the one armor still standing. And assumes that was the one that hit her and starts like just snarls and holds up the scrap of metal again. And this time we're going for a magic missile.
Ooh, do it.
Yes. So the magic missile is, sorry, I had it on the page and then I started trying to find healing stuff. Magic missile is...
Give me your damage.
Yes, I'm trying to see how many dice I have to roll for this.
A lot.
A lot, yes. Okay. 3d4s. Plus 1 each. 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
All right. So.
And they do force damage.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. So you see this thing just kind of fly backwards against the wall. He was already on the ground because he'd fallen and was sort of lost. And Lilia, you see this thing get kind of shoved across the room from you, and sparks start flying from its body as it's like trying to get up.
Bash it!
And Miss Lilia, it is your turn.
And I apologize, I need to be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a big heavy book, get to that big sparking suit of armor, and bash it around the helmet.
Do it.
Oh yeah, that's a 19.
Yeah, do it.
How much damage does a book do?
A D4.
Okay, but I should have had advantage because it's prone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is 5 minus 1. 4 points of damage.
All right. So its helmet comes off and just rolls past you. You still see an arm kind of like sparking around on the ground, but the rest of it is still.
Small but mighty.
Good job, Lilia. Knowledge is power.
Oh.
But yes, there is still a wiggly arm if you want to take it out.
There's a wriggly arm. Yes. I will try to get it with my mace.
Okay.
Because it worked before, so I'll try to get it this time. That is a 14.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! And let's see. That is that is 1 point of damage. Just not the negative.
Just smash that arm.
Yeah.
And you see just sparks explode out of the whole thing. And if Priscilla were here, she would no longer sense magic.
Okay. Well, if it's quiet, Baguette would really like to take a look at the books, because of course.
Of course.
Of course. See if there's anything of interest there, or maybe a clue as to, I don't know, who or what was here before.
All right. So you still hear skittering in the walls, but you do find books.
Yes. Books.
One is a history of the noble houses of the monarchies of Mao.
Ooh.
One is on the history of Pugmire.
Yes.
One is magic most secret.
Yes. Okay.
And another is it has sort of a blank cover and appears to be sort of scratched out.
Well, that's intriguing.
Take a look at it to see what's in there. You also find a handful of letters and notes.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Like, Priscilla, look, books.
Ooh.
Yeah.
She's instantly at the books. Wherever the books are, whatever is going on, there are books and she is at the books.
So, the one about the history of the noble houses of the monarchies of Mao, and there's one about Pugmire, magic most secret, and then this one. It's all scratched out and like front is blank, and I haven't opened this one yet.
She is like making grabby paws for that one. Like,
okay, if go for it. I was about to, but if you want to,
open.
My dears, when a book has no title, no name, no cover, sometimes the knowledge within is more.
Yeah. I'm reading.
See, I know Priscilla, and you're probably very right, but I know Priscilla. So.
Oh, it's fine. I'm a minister, darling. I know people like her. Back home, they just sit for hours, never come to the parties.
While the smart people are looking at books, can I grab a torch and just go take a look at the walls and see what this scritching is?
Yes. I will get to you in just a second, Zoya. So Priscilla, you open the book and it's actually hollowed out.
She's like devastated, like her shoulders slump. She's like, oh.
And on the inside, there's a bunch of what appear to be, what are they called? Not bank statements, because they're not from a bank. Debtor's
Receipts?
notes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Like receipts and debt notes.
Ooh.
Increasing severity. Lending statements. That's what I was looking for. And they have a symbol that you do not recognize.
Can Baguette take a
Madam,
gander? See if she
like-
recognizes?
She like heavily sighs and is like, it's just somebody's wealth of mistakes, and hands it off to Baguette and goes back to looking at the other books.
Okay.
Okay, so Baguette's intrigued. Can she see if she recognizes the symbol?
Yeah.
What would that be?
That would be. I would say you could do. Would be like no culture. Probably do that.
Culture or history, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Let me see. That is a 14.
Okay. So you don't recognize this symbol, but you have a feeling that someone feline, someone maybe with a history of criminality, might.
Snowball.
Yes.
This might be something that you can help with.
It's books, so I'll see what I
Actually,
can.
this one isn't.
If it was a book, I wouldn't hand it to you. And she goes back to looking at other books.
It was only made to look like a book.
Oh, okay.
There are things hiding in it.
Okay. I reach for the book.
First off, speaking of books, we're giving away a really awesome book tonight. You can win Morty Corgi's Scroll of Mysteries. Learn all of the mysteries that these cats and dogs don't know yet. There's like 90 pages of magic for Pugmire and Reese's, and it's amazing. So enter in the thing in chat. It's awesome. Okay.
Turn the doobly-doo.
It's in the thing. So, yes. So you take a look, Snowball.
Uh-huh.
You immediately know this symbol. This is the mark of the head of the Meowthia.
I use my bluff skill. And I tell everyone, no, I don't think I've come across this one before.
Can I sense motive?
Yeah, same.
All right.
What is that?
Dirty 20 on my sense motive against Snowball.
It's 9 plus
18.
See, how strong are you bluffing, Snowball?
Only got about a 12, but she's just watching it.
I'm because I have the bluff skill, do I get advantage by chance?
No, you just get to add your proficiency.
Oh,
5.
so I got.
So
Someone's just like glaring over the edge of a book at him, like,
I'm giving you that clergy person guilty, like, come on.
So
Admit
tell
it.
us your terrible lie.
Yeah.
That doesn't work on anyone.
I'm not going to judge you. Actually, it would be really helpful if you know this. It's
I'll
one of the
just
reasons
tell.
want you to travel with us is you know this stuff, right? You know that.
Yes. It says increasing amounts of debt. Does it have a name attached to it?
It just is addressed to a friend.
A friend. Okay.
Oh, them again.
Yes, it seems like this is a criminal organization called the Meowfio.
They're a dreadful bore at parties. Do you think this might be their hideout where they hide shiny things?
I don't even know what I would roll for that. Does this look like this would be where they would hide out?
This is really far from the monarchies.
Yeah.
Like, there's the monarchies and then a big forest and then a river and then Pugmire. And then you're like north of Pugmire. So even if you skip Pugmire, there's still like the river and the big forest and then the monarchies.
And it's addressed to a friend?
A friend, and some of them say friends.
That is common practice with a reputable organization as the Meowfio.
What about these other letters and notes?
That thought, I want to get to Lilia. I will be
Beckett, meanwhile, is like...
All right, Lilia. So you are solo checking out the walls?
Heck yeah. Got my torch, got everything I need.
So you start to you aren't super outdoorsy, but you have been in plenty of caves, right?
Cellars?
Cellars, yeah, like investigating things. So you know that sometimes there's rats in the wall.
Yeah.
So some of what you hear is pretty similar to that.
Just to clarify, when you say rats, you mean like little rats, right?
Some
Not
of
the big talking rats.
Not
right?
the big talking rats.
Okay,
Not the
cool.
big talking rats. Like little ones.
Little dumb rats, yeah.
Little dumb rats. So some of it is you hear that. Also, you hear sort of a strange sound. Like what? Give me a notice check.
I'm rolling unbelievably well tonight.
Are
My
all
luck
of us
will turn.
focused or just Lilia?
Just Lilia, she's the one checking out the wall.
19.
All right. You hear the distinct sound of bone scraping on bone.
And you all hear that. You all just hear. And you see this torchlight backing away from the wall. We got rats, and also cannibal rats, or
What?
with the torch in one hand, she's making like scraping motions against it.
What?
Sharpening bone with bone, or just like gnawing? I don't know. It's not a good noise.
Oh,
Super
bone on bone.
not a good
All right.
noise.
Cannibal rat was the first thing you jumped to.
Well, yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go like confirm that it is bone on bone sounds just to make sure. While I'm doing so, I actually don't believe Lilia ever picked up her daggers, so I will pick that up and I will hand her 2 daggers. And then I will listen.
Thank you.
Snowball?
Yeah. I mean, I found 2 daggers on those the rats.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, now you have a backup weapon in case you drop this
Don't worry,
one.
I won't tell anyone you did a nice thing.
Thank you. I hear the bone on bone, and I'm like, That is definitely an unpleasant sound. Can we tell exactly where it's coming from, or is it just in the walls?
So the scraping and scurrying appears to be in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
The bone on bone appears to be in the walls, a little bit in the hallway that you came through, as well as a bit underneath you.
That's a relatively disturbing display of unsettling sound. Are we going to dilly-dally in here much longer?
There are bedrolls and chests.
I'm sorry, is this below your house?
No, I just become so fond of you all in such a small amount of time. Just getting flashes of... Well, let's think positively, shall we?
Mm-hmm. I go immediately to the chest.
Okay. It appears to be locked.
Can I notice if it's trapped?
Yeah. Give me a notice check.
That's cocked. That would be 10.
It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Oh no.
But it is locked. I don't think I actually have any skill. Can I try and open it with my crowbar? I was about to say, can I try and open it with my crowbar?
Yeah. Give me a straight up strength check.
So we still have that +3.
I think it was a D4 you can use on your next one. Or you have a fortune you can take.
Bless is still going, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I rolled a 3, plus a 3, plus a 3, plus a 3.
You have,
So
you have
12.
broken open
Sure.
the chest.
What is your dice luck?
You got
Terrible.
it a second ago.
It's weird.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, what do I see inside?
Inside the chest, you find a lot of clothing. You find a handful of plastic, actually quite a bit of plastic. You find what appears, it looks like a really big kitty. It doesn't look like a big kitty. It looks Stubble, it's you. What at first looks like a massive wooden tiara. It's not actually, though. You realize this is actually something called a circlet of surprise, and it's in fact a weapon.
Okay.
So you can throw it, and on the next turn, it will return to you and hit your enemy in the back of the head.
Oh, okay.
But you have to use Moon Tiara magic. You also find a handful of explosive eggs.
Ooh, I'm definitely holding on to those.
And what you recognize as a charged collar. And one thing that Snowball and Eartha, you would both recognize from the monarchies as a ladybug, which is a secret communication device, although you do not see a mate.
All right.
So when two cats have a ladybug, they can both talk into it. like a walkie-talkie, communicate to each other, but you won't see one.
Okay.
What is that?
Yes, what is that? Do you know what that is?
Of course I know what that is. What kind of question is that?
I'm just checking.
Here, I start looking through everything else, and I toss Eartha the ladybug.
Okay, so since he clearly doesn't know what that is, will you explain it?
You know, it's a communication device. You know, one person, gives a little purr on one side and the other one gives a purr on the other side, and we can talk back and forth. I mean, no purr required, but...
So is someone listening to it right now?
Do they have to be activated, or do you just... Like, it's not constantly on, correct?
It has to be activated,
Mm-hmm.
and it lets you listen in on anything within a 10-foot radius. And pretty much as soon as they are spotted by anyone besides the owner, they scramble away to home. So the fact that this one is not scrambling implies that this is marked as home.
Does anyone want to hold it?
I stare at Priscilla. Like, who's going to move first?
Go for it.
You know you want to.
Here you go, darling. It's odd we don't have the mate.
As I'm like still looking through the chest, moving everything around, trying to find it.
Do you want to call it? See who answers.
And I? No one said no.
Beckett's
Hello?
just too busy reading, so,
Hello? Hello? Hey! Hey!
Rolling a d20.
4.
No answer.
Broken.
The
They
lady-
might-
Probably.
She
Yeah.
reaches over to take it.
What was that?
Priscilla goes, "It's not broken," and reaches over to try and take it.
I let you have it.
Hello. Hello. She's
Starts to kind of
doing
skewer
that
up your arm.
She's doing that thing like kind of like if you don't understand my language, I'll just shout it at you. She's doing
Yeah.
that thing. It's Ladybug.
Nobody seems to be answering.
Cats
It's broken
are...
and handed
No.
by Martha.
They just may not want to talk to you. Cats are sometimes remarkably grumpy.
I've noticed.
As
It's
of
true, you're
I.
kind of an exception.
Well, there's a few of us that don't play by the same rules as the others. Does anyone else want to try to talk into Ladybug?
Beckett will look up from her letters and the book and say, "What was that?"
I'll walk over, and now that I'm done looting the chest, I'll say I'll ask for it.
Priscilla will hand it over.
All right. I'll try and say hello. Is anybody there?
Don't
Nothing.
hear anything. No.
All right. Well, it's probably worth holding on to at the very least. Also, does anyone want this weapon? And I hold up the circlet of surprise.
Oh,
Feel like doing some damage?
oh no. But it does look like it would go with my outfit so well. But I do know it's not meant to be worn. Perhaps it should go to one of you brave, brave adventurers.
Do the rest of us know what it is, or is that a cat thing?
It is not cat thing. It's available in Morty corgis.
It's like, I don't know. Not really my kind of thing, but
I will say the first circlet of surprise was discovered by a ratter.
I was just about to. I think for someone small of stature but large of heart, good at sneaking around.
She might be surreptitiously wagging at this point.
I do know that I didn't ask for any of your names, so forgive me, I don't know what your name is, but...
Lilia! It's Lilia. Hi.
Lilia, darling,
Hi.
I think you should have this. I think it would be a wonderful accessory to your unique skill set.
Yes. Thank you.
I hand it to Lily. Was there anything else in the room?
There are the letters which I would get back to.
it's like,
So it's a stack of letters, but a lot of them seem to just be correspondence and magical notations, some sigils and signs that appear to correlate to the chalk drawing on the floor. Top is a letter. The topmost letter says, "Package received. Next attempt will go better. Locals suspect nothing. The work continues. Fellow friend."
okay, so at least this letter matches what we saw from that fragment that we pulled out of the poor gentleman who did not enjoy his encounter with the dire text. And I show the letter to the others. It's the same organization, it's the same language. So that's interesting that the rest of this references the mafia. And then, Priscilla, you might know some of this better than I do. Look at all this magical stuff. And Baguette takes a look at the chalk markings in the center and tries to figure that out along with what's in the letters.
She's going to start examining anything magical looking.
Are we saying that the Friends of Man are in debt to the Meowfia?
Well,
That'd be hilarious.
I don't know, but there's some relationship going on here that I don't understand. Something's happening. And this is a very weird place to find this stuff, you have to admit.
As
So,
it is.
I
think we could have just ended that sentence at "this is a very weird place," and it's still
yes, but
also true.
But I mean, from what the Meowfia wouldn't be normally out here, right? And the Friends of Man, like none of this makes sense.
But are the Meowfia out here, or are they just giving the Friends of Man stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
think they're giving them anything. I think they're loaning them things and selling them things. But I don't think anything's coming free.
No. And somebody's in deep debt, right? And what's this? And she tries to figure out the chalk marking in the center, in the floor. Does that make any sense to her? Has she ever seen anything like that before? Or is she just a good religious girl who doesn't know about any of that weird stuff?
So give me a Arcana check.
Okay. Let's see. That is an 11.
Priscilla, you were looking too, right? At the
Yes.
top circle. Yeah, you can make that check too.
Okay. That is a 15.
You did better than me, that's for sure.
So this isn't your area of magic, but you do know that there's something, particularly you've heard that some cats do this, but you're not sure. It's rumored, and I'm sure Snowball and Eartha might vehemently deny it. But there's a certain type of summoning magic that deals with summoning the unseen.
Well, I'm going to assume that as a blanket statement, you have absolutely no idea what this is about. But do either of you cats recognize anything about this and know anybody we could talk to about it? Because this is cat work.
That does sound like something a cat would do.
Eartha, I will straight up say that you are fully aware, and Snowball, you are probably aware too, that this is totally the kind of thing that House Angora does, or is rumored to do.
Well, there is a house that likes to look into things they should not look into. Most of them are dreadful wolves. Some of them are quite fun to party with, but there's an intense group of them that like to play with chance, so to speak.
Well, they're playing with unseen.
Well, yes, that's wise.
Well, I'm willing to bet that it's going to be wise. And Becca just is like packing the books. We're going to take these for later. I know what I'm going to be reading tonight.
Agree.
You know, a little bit of study is going to help. May not answer all the questions, but it can't hurt.
That's all right with you. I'd like to hold on to the false book.
Fine by me.
The letters in there, the notes.
Yeah.
Guide question. As a merchant and cat of the world who deals with quite a bit of things like this, would I have any insight into patterns, trends?
What kinds of patterns?
In the financial statements.
Oh, okay. So because they don't have any specific names, it's hard for you to tell about that aspect. But you can tell that that the Meowfia has been supplying a lot of plastic in increasing amounts to a group. And it appears to be more than plastic as well. Like there's a couple other things on the notes that you would recognize as sort of code or, you know, like shorthand for types of goods or services.
And based on the geographical positioning that you showed me where the Meowfia usually is and where this is and so on, would I know, and I'm willing to make a roll for it, but would I know how difficult it would be to move that kind of like product or plastic and so on, at least discreetly?
It would be pretty hard. Although this is a pretty like empty area, but yeah, she would think that it would either involve a lot of wealth or possibly some sort of, I mean, it's not like your average Spot or Fluffy doing this. This is a pretty higher up thing.
I'll relay that to the party. Plenty of R's and sounds.
I knew the Mount Meowfia had a long reach in the monarchies. I didn't think they'd ever reach this far, though.
Well, you can trust a cat to be where they're not supposed to be, precisely when they're not supposed to be there.
Priscilla's nodding like a bobblehead right now.
Have gone farther. Anyway, do I see anything, any like another door or room or alcove of some sort?
Give me a notice check.
That is a natural one.
Oh, no.
You don't see a door. I'm gonna do you a nice. You do see because you're so distracted by the trunk that you've been rummaging through.
Yeah.
You do see some of the clothing that you saw earlier. You notice has some of the symbols of some of the Pugmire nobility.
What was that last part?
You see some of in the trunk that you were looking in. While you don't find a door, and it's because some of the clothes that you sort of tossed aside before, you notice have the sigils of some of the higher ups and nobles of Pugmire.
I will definitely bring this to the dog's attention and ask what they know about it. These are mostly unfamiliar sigils to me.
Want me
These
to
are
look?
noble houses, which shouldn't be surprising. We were told there were nobles here, but here's a proof.
Anybody of note, though? Let's see. Beckett will take a closer look and see if there's anybody she knows of that she's heard maybe is part of the Friends of Man. Because now she's nosy and curious. So she's going to take a closer look and see if she recognizes any of the symbols.
And Lilia, you're looking as well, right? Yeah, you definitely recognize some of these symbols. It doesn't appear to be like the Pug family.
Okay.
But you see that there's definitely some emblems of like House Weimaraner and the Retriever and the Doodle family.
Never trusted them.
Never trust a doodle.
And the Palm family.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, we should make note of all of those things. Not necessarily take the clothes, but make note of the symbols. And what is this collar? What do we want to do with this, by the way?
So that is a charged collar. It has magical runes around the neck. It requires attunement, but when you activate it, it has a barrier that lasts for 1d6 rounds, and it gives you +2 bonus against bludgeoning damage. And if a creature comes into contact with your barrier, it inflicts 1d4 lightning damage on them.
That sounds intense.
It can also be refined or broken to be absorbed.
Yikes. Well, somebody should make use out of this. So you can figure that out.
I think I'll hold on to that one. A lot of the items in there seem very useful to me.
They're useful to everyone.
Mm. And if I also may ask the guide, what exactly do the explosive eggs do?
So you didn't make these, so you don't know what they're filled with, but you do recognize them. So they are hard plastic eggs that are thrown, and you need to use a dex to throw them in the right direction. So if you succeed, the egg explodes. Either acid, confusion, force, ice, noise, shrapnel, smoke, stone, or toxic damage.
That is a lot. Okay, good to know.
I mean, each egg is a different type of thing, but you just don't happen to know what these do.
Okay. All right.
A lot of thievy cats do them to, and dogs, actually. Like Lilia, you've seen these. Ratters use them all the time. If the guards are kind of on your tail and you need to throw a smoke bomb or a noise egg to make a sound somewhere else so you can get away.
We've all been there.
All right.
While all of this is going on, is there any sort of way to pay attention to the sound of the scritching and bone grinding to make sure it's not getting louder or more intense?
It does not appear to be getting louder or more intense. It is just kind of everywhere.
No, as someone who searches out for oddities and beauty in the strangest of places, I have survived this long by never staying too long in one place after I've gathered all the knowledge I can from there. So has everyone gleaned what they can from this chamber of mysteries?
Well, are there any more chests or anything? Or are we done here?
I put all the clothes back in the trunk and close it with its definitely broken lock now.
Because I know Lilia said something about cannibal rats.
Cannibal rats.
Cannibal rats.
I was overruled.
Is it something that we should go look at least?
You want to go find the cat?
I don't know. I'm just saying, what are we done here? Do we have to go out and find, my brother and our missing traveling companion? What are we doing next? Are we pressing on here? What are we doing? Or are we dealing with cannibal rats?
Well, we don't really know what they're doing here except bad stuff.
Right.
I don't think we should go yet, but I think there's nothing left. Like, here to look
So
at.
at this moment, through the hallway that you entered, another ladybug starts to skitter towards you.
See,
Very
that makes me
quickly,
nervous.
followed closely by a moving skull and several leg and finger bones.
Is that part of the ladybug?
I go with my axe and try to smash that hand.
No, generally speaking, they don't come with body parts unless you
Okay.
get them out of the hand of someone.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative.
Oh, goodness. 17.
Natural 20.
Woo!
11.
16.
Got 20, 16. I heard a 17.
That's baguette.
Okay. Snowball.
12.
12. Priscilla.
11.
11. And they got okay. Okay. So, Eartha, you are up.
Yay. So there's a skull, finger bones, and what else?
What appears to be a leg bone.
Just moving on their own.
From what you can tell, they appear to be kind of forming a mass and sort of hopping along on the finger bones. Like this.
Okay, so that is a big ball of nope. Kind of take have my dagger and no, I'm just taking a few steps back, and for my bonus action, I go ahead and say, I'm just an old-fashioned cat. Diamonds are for me. Ladybugs are not supposed to come with family. And everyone gets a D4 as I move as far away back as possible. My full movement back. You all have this. You're the bravest group of canine characters I've ever met. And you too. You're not a canine, but you're certainly not a disappointment as a cat. So
I think she likes you.
You're not a disappointment, Snowball.
Wow.
This is the video game moment where it says at the top of the corner, Snowball will remember that.
Baguette, you are up.
Okay, well, this is an unnatural, horrific thing, and Baguette's like just had a really rough day. I think she will try to sacred flame that thing.
Do it.
So yeah, she's gonna cast sacred flame on that. Just like,
Okay.
wow. So it has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
That sounds amazing.
So
Do it. It got a 7.
yeah, that fails.
Okay.
So let's see. So it takes 5 points of radiant damage.
Cool.
She's like, nope, you are not getting close to me.
All right. It is now Lilia's turn.
Alrighty. Could you remind me what my circle of surprise does, please?
Yeah, because I don't think I actually told you. So, has a range of 40/160, and you use
Dang.
finesse for it. It does 1d8 bludgeoning damage, and it basically you make an extra attack as a bonus action, but it doesn't hit until the next round.
Oh, well, I gotta try that out. I'm gonna chuck it at a skull. Sorry, I'm also just writing down the stats. Okay, so an attack. It's a 16 to hit.
That hits. We'll see what it does next time.
But that's as a bonus action, right? So I can use my main
Yep.
action to, oh, I don't know, try and hide behind someone substantially bigger than me, like Priscilla.
Poor Priscilla with what, 4 hit points? Stamina points. Okay.
Darn you, Grimly.
Grimly
If the
running
noodle
away.
was here.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the creature's turn. And let's see. So they are going to go up to Snowball.
Poor Snowball.
Yeah. And
I
they're
did
going
say I was charging.
to kind of try and like slam in your face.
Okay.
So that is a 13 to hit.
That is my AC.
So you are fine,
Yep.
actually. And then you see this creature kind of reform. And now it is a leg bone on the bottom and then a skull and fingers kind of waving like that, like a hat.
I would like to request no fan art be drawn of this, please.
It needs to be like paper doll pieces so you can keep rearranging them.
Yes.
And now it is Snowball's turn.
Okay. Does this look like it's not? It's nothing near the suit of armor kind of thing.
This is bones.
Yeah, I was about to say. Wanted to make sure.
Yes.
I'll still just swing with the battle axe though.
That seems effective.
Right, that is 16.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. That is 5 points of damage.
Yeah, you are wailing on these things. So you see them kind of shudder and the fingers just sort of close. And the skull mouth starts to chatter.
That's disturbing.
Priscilla, it is your turn.
Okay, she's going to fire an elemental ray of frost at the note ball. As an 18 before bonuses, so.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep. And for damage, does 6 points of frost damage.
For 6 points?
Yep.
All right. How many were, sorry, it's just one, right?
It's one. The elemental ray is only one beam.
Okay. And where are you shooting it at?
The note ball. I'm going to go for the skull.
Okay, the skull. So you see the skull just explode. And the finger bones reach down and appear to be just clutching onto that leg bone.
Oh.
And Erica, it is your turn.
Of course it is. I'm going to go. You said the finger bone is connected to the leg bone.
Of course.
Okay. But we no longer have a hand and a skull.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to throw my minuscule and useless dagger towards the finger bone. Those is 16 plus.
That hits.
Okay. And that will be. Damage is just a 1d4, correct? Doesn't have any additional things, correct?
You were throwing it, so add your dex.
Oh. So.
Right? It's finesse, so yeah.
Yeah. 1d4. That's a 4 plus my dex, which is a 1. So a 5.
Okay.
5 points of damage as I fling the dagger.
So you knock off some of the finger bones, and now you see just a couple finger bones clinging to that leg for dear death, I suppose.
For dear on life.
Dear on life. But Get, it is your turn.
Okay, so we've got a leg bone and a couple of fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She's going to try to do what she did last time. Because it seemed to do some damage to it. So she's going to Sacred Flame it again.
Okay.
And try to take out that leg bone if she can. So it's gotta make its saving throw against the Sacred Flame. Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah. It got a 1.
Oh, good. I like that. So, let's see. That means it's taking 6 points of radiant damage.
So that leg bone just like lights on fire. And now you just see some finger bones like skittering around in front of you.
Somebody take those out. Those are creeping me out.
And at this point, Lilia, your circlet of surprise comes back to hit. So roll me your damage for that.
The 8 you said? Plus dex?
Yeah.
That's an 8.
So you wipe one of those bones just to smithereens.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you still have another move if you want to take it.
I do.
Actually, you have an action and a bonus action.
I mean, if I throw this thing again, it's not gonna. Those finger bones aren't gonna make it till next round. I'm gonna throw a dagger at those bones and see if that does anything, or
Okay.
if I just disgrace myself. I probably just disgrace myself. That's a 13.
You get a d4.
That actually hits.
Okay.
Oh. Almost disappointed. Okay, cool. That's another 6 points of damage. Wow.
You have smashed some finger bones, so now it's basically just flipping you off.
Yeah.
It is just a finger and a thumb. And at this point, they reform and are now a little ball, and they're just sort of rolling around like this.
That's not right.
No.
Well, come on, intrepid adventurer. Somebody get it.
And Snowball, you're up.
I'm going to hold the battle axe awkwardly and try to go golfing.
Yes.
Do it.
16.
Yeah.
All right. And that is 8 points of damage.
And you were trying to get them both at once, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I would say you have destroyed both of those bones by golfing them into a wall.
Yep. Just the Billy Madison approach. Billy Madison? No. Happy Gilmore. That's it. Happy Gilmore approach.
And as you do, you notice, particularly Priscilla, you notice that it wasn't that the bones were alive on their own. There appeared to be little smashed insects that were living inside of them, causing them to move.
Oh.
Oh, what? Are we afraid of some bugs?
When they're carrying around skulls and bones, yes. Yes, I'm afraid of some bugs.
I mean, there were those dire ticks,
That too.
you know.
Welcome again, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, these are kind of a magical bug. They tend to be in places where there is a lot of magic.
Well, reinforcing some facts here. Definitely drawn to some magic here. Well, we didn't pass these on the way in, so we need to figure out where they came from.
But do we really?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Also, there's a ladybug that's skittering around. If anybody,
Yeah.
Does somebody want to catch that?
I'll go ahead and grab that. I will pick it up and immediately. I forget who has the other ladybug right now. Do I have both?
I think you have both.
I have both.
Yeah, I think Lilia gave it back. Oh, yeah, Lilia had it, and then Priscilla took it and then gave it back to you.
Yeah. Okay.
So now you got a set.
I hold one up to my ear and talk in the other to make sure they are a matching set.
they are.
Okay. Good to know.
So you can communicate with yourself secretly if you want.
Yes, most definitely.
Just
That
in
sounds
case you love the sound of your own voice.
Maybe.
You'll
Okay.
find most cats do.
That is a true point. Okay. We should probably leave now.
Well, I bet if we step outside and take a look around, we'll find our missing friends sooner rather than later. I mean, I don't think Grimly went too far. Maybe we'll find him.
He was moving relatively quickly.
Yeah, but then he hides.
Oh,
Short bursts. That's all you get.
So. And we also, I mean, I don't know about you all, but I think that took a lot out of us. We should probably just rest for a bit.
Agreed.
So maybe not in here because this place is creepy.
So safe. You
mean, we
killed
did-
everything.
We did clear it out, but you know,
cannibal rats.
Cannibal rats, skull bugs,
yeah.
and far too conveniently placed bedrolls. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 different rooms with bedrolls.
It's not that far a walk back to the entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I suppose as long as somebody's keeping watch, it's okay. But
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
Do y'all want to stay here on the bedrolls or sleep in the wilderness?
Priscilla's going to inspect the crap out of those bedrolls. Make sure there are no more weird, creepy skull bugs in them.
Okay. Give me a notice check.
All right. 15 plus... Da, da, da. 18.
All right. They appear to be, you're in the ones in the room where you fought the armor with the locked room, right? Okay. So these are pretty nice bedrolls. They're like, you think some shishi dogs or cats have been sleeping here. They are silken and velvet, and there's nothing really untoward in them. One of them has a small teddy bear, which is kind of odd because it's an adult-sized bedroll. But apart from that, that's about it.
Fine.
So you still hear some skittering around, but not the bone scraping on bones that you heard earlier. Just seems to be, rat and cave sounds.
So are we staying here?
Yes, we are.
Well, I don't want to go too much farther until, we regroup, but that's just me.
All right.
I think it's probably time for the giveaway in chat. If you haven't entered !Morty to win a copy of Morty Corgi, Scroll of Mystery, and get your own circlet of surprise. We'll announce the winner whenever Travis tells me he won.
Exactly.
So everyone's bedding down.
Or at least I think Baguette, feels like, yeah, she's so low wounded and other people are low wounded and, needs to recoup a little bit. I've got a little bit of magic left, so if anybody's like really injured, she can cast some healing on folks. She can only do one person at a time, and she's only got so much left. So, like, whoever's really badly hurt, she can do.
I'm untouched.
You're untouched.
Same.
Okay.
Priscilla's still a little dinged up.
Okay.
Nat 20s only carry you so far.
Yeah. So Baguette is currently down. She is 5/8 of her strength. But I think Priscilla's a little bit more damaged, so she'll cast Cure Wounds. Priscilla. Let's see.
And also with a long rest, you'll get.
Yeah. So let me just roll this. So 1d8 plus my spell. So you get 4 points back.
Woohoo! Fully healed.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yay. So
Yeah.
So
while everyone is taking this, they're going to bed or resting or so on, Bertha kind of lingers near the entrance and she says, "Well, I'm overdue a bed and a nice nap." And then I think, oh shit, I found what I was looking for, a little bit more knowledge than I had when I walked in. Because I think you'll need it. Fish gonna swim, birds gonna fly. I must leave and I hate to say goodbye, but I can't help loving these new friends of mine. And she's going to leave everyone with a D4 that you can use beginning of your next session or anything.
Oh.
Bertha, thank
Oh,
you.
She's gonna say
What are the ladybugs with her? Totally mercenary.
she's gonna say to Snowball, continue doing what you're doing. It's only with cats like you that we'll always have true unity with our good friends. And she'll saunter off, humming to herself.
That's an amazing cat.
She was so nice.
It
Okay,
wasn't
guys,
bad.
you're with an amazing cat as well. You guys have seen 2 in your lives. It's a miracle.
And
Yeah.
and Baguette just smiles and does not dispute that. Yes, that's true. And yes, speaking of miracles, she's going to cast Cure Wounds on herself. He heals up a little bit, so back up to full.
It's a wonderful place to end the game. And congrats to Ice Joker 80 for winning Morning Sword.
Congratulations.
Fun. It's an awesome book. And thank you, chat, and everyone watching for joining us. This has been so fun. Thank you so much to Honey and Dice for joining
Thank you.
us. So wonderful, amazing, unforgettable Eartha Kitty.
Yes.
I love her.
Yes, I love her.
Yes.
Please come back soon.
You've been so much fun to play with, honey. Thank you.
Oh, definitely.
For letting me come and play kitty.
You really captured the voice.
The coolest kitty.
Yeah.
Honey, where can the internet see you?
You can find me on Twitter at Honey and Dice. Follow me and see pictures of dice. And also, everything else I do, from charity work to charity streams, the Embrace the Initiative workshop, and some fun stuff coming up in September. So that's it. I really am just here to be everyone's biggest fan.
The workshop's awesome. If any of you ever get a chance to take it or do it, please do. It's wonderful. And Baguette, where can we see you?
Oh my gosh, you can find me all over the place hanging out with Jess, especially on Sundays where I'm playing one of her princesses saving dragons, because that is so much fun. Actually, on August 31st, I'm going to be guesting on a charity stream. So follow me on Twitter. My handle is on the screen. I'll post more information about that. I'm part of it's like a 3-day long charity thing that Welcome to the Party is doing to benefit Races Texas. So I'm doing one of the games, so I'll post information about that. So look for that.
Snowball, where can we see you?
You can find me on Twitter at wildwolf_8. That's really it.
Yay, welcome to Twitter.
Welcome to Twitter.
Yay!
Priscilla, where can we see you?
You can find me on Twitter at Ashley May Writes, and you can also find my work under Ashley May on the Dungeon Masters Guild.
Lilia, where can we see you?
You can see me on Twitter as @PerpetualGloom, and also all over so many community content programs, but especially of interest on DM's Guild, you might find my work on the Mouser Ranger subclass, which is all about kitties playing with their prey, and it's very, very nasty, and I'm told very upsetting. You should check it out. And as of tomorrow, you can find my work and also the work of my very talented spouse in a book about monstrous mermaids on the Sluritian Vault for Scotlands.
And I have had the privilege of being your guide tonight. I am Jess. You can find me on Twitter at Miss_Chess03. You can find me as Jessica Marker. I'm on DM's Guild, as Angry Nerd Girl on Twitch or Itch.io. And yes, like Cat Mouser, I have written the College of Caterwauling and the Cat Burglar for 5e if you want to be a particularly kitty-like barg or rogue. And those are being donated to the Races stream that Lynn is playing in. So if you want a chance to win those, go check that out and support charity. And see me on Sunday for Princesses Save Dragons. I'm around. So thank you so much for joining us. We have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/Paws and Claws RPG. I've been, putting it incessantly in chat. Paws Claws RPG. So please go support us. Thank you for watching. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.